Good afternoon. It's Tuesday. It's time. It's time for another NFL Bucky's Mill Day. This is your host, Mike C., of course. And as always, the star of the show, Bucky. Say hi, Bucky. Bucky says hi. Bucky's a little sad today. And it's understandable. Uh, Least of his sadness is that the Badgers lost to Iowa by the score of 24-10. The other chances, they just did not play well at all. And I'm starting to wonder about the head coach, candidate, Jim Leonard. I was like, I don't know. Our offense is kind of stagnant. The quarterback is average at best, and I posted that online. He has some really good plays, and then just some really bad, terrible plays. So he's not a great quarterback. But the two sadder things that happened, the Badgers lost two players. I'll say tragically passed away. One you might remember, I don't know. I still remember him. Brett Moss was a running back. A few years ago now. And the other one was named Kevin Chandler. He was a wide receiver. He transferred to the University of Virginia, and tragically, a former player came back to the campus and ended up killing three young men, three football players, and he was one of them. So former Badger, but still, very tragic, very unnecessary, just ridiculous. I mean, it's just tragic. The man is in custody, and I hope he gets everything thrown at him that's possible. It's ridiculous. Not to get too heavy on Bucky's Mill Day, but we can't ignore the facts sometimes. So Bucky has a sad heart, but we're gonna get through this, Bucky. Let's start by saying, Bucky, what is in front of you today? It's the third time we've tried to do this video with this prop. I saw it online, and it said it was available at Barnes & Noble. So I kind of suggested that Carl and I go to Barnes & Noble. And fortunately, they had it there. It was on sale. So that was even better. It's a pop. It's with the background of Robin's first appearance. I have the picture on my wall. And of course, there's the Batman prop in there. And it's very cool. It's a bigger pop, actually, which is fine. And so I had to buy a stand for it. We went to some store, I can't remember, it was a Hobby Lobby or something, and bought the stand. Just haven't got it put up yet. And it was a couple weeks ago. So we're finally gonna get this video. I accidentally erased the second one that I did. So it's actually the third one. The first one I didn't like, and I erased it. I did another one instead of this. So this is the third time I've had this prop. But this one's gonna go live. And it's gonna go on YouTube. So very cool, and I'm gonna put it up on the wall, of course. And I can't wait to get it up. The other news is the Lions, believe it or not, they won 2 in a row. They beat the Chicago Bears 31-30. And I didn't see the game. I saw some of the highlights. They were down by 2 touchdowns, and they came back. The Bears got a touchdown. They missed an extra point. Lions came back with a few minutes left. Goff got the winning drive, and the Lions actually had a stop. The Bears had like 2-3 minutes left, and you thought, well, it's probably going to score, but they stood up. Hutchinson got a sack, and Okora got another sack, and they stopped the Bears, and they ran out the rest of the clock. So it's 2 in a row. It's the first time they won 2 in a row games. I think it's 13 games, something like that. And they broke a couple of records. First time they came back from more than two touchdowns in, like, I don't know, forever. So that's good. The other good news is the Rams lost, and it was a battle of the backups, which must not have been a great game. But the Rams pick is actually higher than the Lions now, and so the Lions have 2 upper picks, which is great. They dropped a little bit, but we'll see what happens. But you got to win, and that's good. It's good for confidence. Their team, talk about, of course, is the Hawks. They got shut out last night, which is not good. They lost 3-0. I believe it was the Ducks. I can't remember for sure, but regardless, they're still in the thick of things. They're still, third or fourth in the West. The trade talk has kind of died down as far as Tays and Kane. They're a very young team. They're going to get younger even. So they're hanging in there. So we'll see what happens. Nothing on the Reds front. The season's over, obviously. And they got, some free agents. I don't expect them to do very much. It's going to be a long year next year. And, of course, they kept this stupid manager, which I still don't understand. But anyway. But not too much really going on right now. Last week's video was kind of hard to judge as far as how many viewers they had, because I did a couple of versions and I had to take them down, and they had some hits, and the last one I left up had some hits. So I'm going to say it was probably close to 10, maybe an 8 or 9, but somewhere in that range, which is about what we average. And right now it's at 3, but like I said, you have to combine the other 2 that happened. I decided to take them down for some other reason. And I actually erased the wrong one. So I made some mistakes, so it's not my fault. It's on my watch, so it's my fault. But this week, you go back to the Badgers. They play Nebraska. I don't know if it's in Nebraska or in Madison. I cannot remember. I think it's in Madison. Then they end up with the Gophers. If they win those 2 games, they'll probably make not the playoffs, the bowl games. They won't be a very high bowl game, but that's okay. And they'll have to decide if they're going to keep, the current coach or go somewhere else. It's a toss-up right now. 1 week I'm confident that they'll keep him. The next, he just hasn't, But he came into a tough situation. I'll be curious to see I'll be okay with either one, to be honest with you. The one I'm thinking of is the head coach of Kansas, I believe. Kansas had a very good year. He's a former Wisconsin. I don't know if he's a player, but a former coach. So I'd be okay with that too. Either way, I'm okay. We'll see what's going on. Not too much else. Christmas shopping, I haven't really done it yet. Carla's almost done, she said, with me. I got, a few things in mind. I just have to sit down. See, I don't get into Christmas until at least after Thanksgiving. I know being in retail, that's unheard of nowadays. They're having, pre-Black Friday sales. Like, good God. But what can you do? But I want to make sure I get them early so I don't have to worry about it anymore. We have a $150 limit, which is a lot more than I thought we were going to have. There's a couple of stories I don't want to tell them in case she's not going to watch this, but you never know. But there was one thing I was going to get her, and she tells me that her mom was probably going to get it for her. I was like, oh, geez. But I got a few things in mind, and I'm not going to tell you what they are just in case she does see this. She would never will, but you never know. But so we'll get some of that done. Not to get too political, but the Republicans are very, very close to getting the seat in the Senate or the House. I always get those two mixed up. I think it's the House, and which means Pelosi will be gone, which is great, and they'll be able to do some investigation. Be able to veto and stop some of the stupid spending that the Democrats are doing. And there's a couple of recounts, perhaps. So it's not over yet. It's taking way too long. The counting system for the votes is ridiculous. They've got to fix that. Alaska, we might not know that until Thanksgiving. I mean, it's just ridiculous. And something else we have to fix. But we got games coming up in a couple weeks. We got the Lions are going to play the Bills on Thanksgiving. I do not expect that game to be close at all. But it's good. The Lions have, potentially two of the top at least 12 picks, and that's great. Hopefully we can get higher so we can get one of the really, really good defensive players. I don't want a quarterback that early. And we'll see what happens. A lot more mocks are coming out. I've seen, 2-round mocks. A couple people have done a 7-round team mock, which is great. And they might trade for more. A lot of options. And so it's just getting better. The NFL season, I must say, we watched the Vikings and the Rams last. No, it wasn't the Rams. Vikings and Bills. Fantastic game. Vikings lucked out again to win, but they're the second best record in the NFC now because the Eagles lost last night. Hell of a game, and I would say the game of the year, maybe even more. And so that was exciting. The game last night against the Eagles and the Commodores. It was a very good game. The NFC North had 3 really good games. Like I said, the Vikings game, the Packers and the Cowboys was a great game, and the Lions and the Bears was a great game. And so the NFC North represented very well last week. Now this week the Vikings got the Cowboys. I'm not sure the Bears have. But the Lions, like I said, they have. Who did I say they have? Crap. I forgot. Who did I have next? I didn't write it down. Anyway, they play some. Oh, they play the Giants. That's right. In the Meadowlands, which they have a chance. They're only like 3.5 points down, favored. So the Lions have a chance for that. We'll see what happens. See if they can keep this momentum going. The Lions, they have a lot of young players. They finally found a kicker. The guy, Matt Derry, calls him, what's he call him? Not a robo-kicker. I can't remember. I had it and I can't forget. Anyway, he's got a nickname that's really cool. I'll write it down in my comment section. And, but we'll see what happens. They keep winning. It's fine. Rams keep losing. That's even better. Their number one receiver, Cooper Kupp, just went on the IR, so he's gone for 4 weeks. Stafford, I don't know if he's still in concussion protocol, but the Rams are in trouble, which is great. So we'll see what happens. Otherwise, Bucky, I think that's about it. Yep. Oh, it's okay. Time to go, Bucky. I gotta get this downloaded and posted, and I'll find out that kicker's nickname, and we'll let you go, and we'll see what happens. All right, take care, everybody. This is Mike C, your host, of course. It's our show. It's Bucky. Say bye, Bucky. Bucky says bye. And again, best wishes and thoughts to the families of young men that were senselessly murdered. And we'll just keep on going forward, Bucky says. And everybody take care and be kind to each other. And we'll catch you next week. All right, bye now.